Still 13 with Alan Kilshaw, head of Swinton at Scotland on Sunday. First off, always take you back to last week, disappointing result at Dewsbury. Any chance to go back and have a look at that?
Disappointing performance, from 1 to 17. We was off in a lot of areas which we spoke about on the day. And it was hard to put our finger on why. We'd had two good performances leading up to it, and training had gone well. Sometimes it does happen on the day, you're a bit off, and there is some external factors that are affecting the group at the moment, but we won't use them as excuses. Lots of teams are facing adversity at the minute, so we were disappointed. We moved on quickly. He said some honest words on Tuesday night and after the game that needed to be heard, and the players have responded well in training this week. But historically, that teaches us it's not enough. We need to come on the weekend and perform and do it under pressure. And it's a must-win game. And this year when we've had these games and these derby games, we've not done too bad. So we're ready to go on the weekend.
Yeah, he said in the week there's a lot of injuries, as many as 8, I think it was. Regular players. Has been any update after training last night on that situation?
Yeah, again, look, we're not the only team to be in this situation at the minute. Lauren's worked really hard this week, and she deserves a rap. And Andrea and Brogan, who were supporting her, patching people up, and got a couple of fitness tests tomorrow. There's Palfrey definitely won't play with that reoccurrence of that neck injury. Greenwood's picked up a bang on his knee, and there's a question mark over another 5 or 6. It probably just shows the imbalance in the championship into the reasons why. If you look at ourselves, Oldham are going through something similar. Swinton have had injury problems, and even Bradford, teams there at the bottom end of the competition who don't have the bigger squads. It hurts you more, and you can't rotate as much as you want to. Stuff like Easter really hurts you, and those injuries are sort of catching up with us. There's one of the player will be Middlehurst who had a concussion and 7-day protocol. We won't risk Gaz. He failed his head test and he'll be a big out for us. But again, we're not the only side to be in this situation. We won't use it as an excuse. We'll have a very strong 17 players out on the weekend. Not all of them will be 100%, but I'm pretty sure the team we're playing will have a few bumps and bruises as well. So it's that time of year, and we're looking forward to that. 3 games, and we get that week off and freshen the guys up. But we've got 3 important games before then.
One player who won't feature, and it's not through injury, is Lewis Galbraith. Obviously a disappointing verdict at Red Hall on Monday night. Away from the case, sort of focusing just on Lewis, how big of a miss will he be, because he's hit some real form over the last few weeks?
Yeah, look, I can't say too much about the case, or the treatment of Lewis, throughout this, and hopefully, we'll get some clarity and some closure on this once the appeal comes, Adam's worked really hard on it, and the rest of the club to support that. But on Lewis, he's a great bloke. He's a great kid. I've not just coached him for the last 2 seasons here. I had him in Australia as well, and I've never met anyone who doesn't get on with him. And he's the allegations or whatever. It's just not in Lewis's character. He's a great kid, and as a footballer, he's been playing really well. He's a strike centre for us. He's scoring tries, and he's found that consistency in his game. So it's a double blow really. To terms of personal, emotional strife that he'll go through because of this, and obviously the games that he'll miss, and while the appeal's taking place, he can't play, and you can question that as well. But we won't. We'll get on with it. He's got our full support. The club is supporting him. He's got my backing. And like I say, he's a good bloke, and hopefully justice will prevail.
And just on to Swinton. There's been some rumours, or well, not really rumours, coming out of their club this week, facing some financial difficulty. It's always worrying when something like that happens in the build-up to a game. You get that Dunkirk spirit, and players want to play for each other, play for the coach, and you never really know how it's going to go. What's your take on it?
Yeah, mate, probably prefer not to happen the week they're playing us. I think both teams are facing adversity externally at the moment. Reasons we've mentioned, treatment that this club's getting from different areas, and players as well, and some of the some of the reputation things that are going against us in matches and pre and post games. So that's the adversity we're facing at the moment, and obviously that pales into non-existent. When you look at the adversity that Swinton are facing, and you always feel for the players and the coaches and people who don't come up with these budgets. They're given budgets, they bring players in, people sign contracts and they trust that there's going to be the finances to back that. But on Swinton, and in terms of this week, they'll be business as usual, and so are we. And it'll be a good game. It's two good sides who like to throw the ball around, two sides who do chance their arm and play in their own half and do short kick-offs. And John's a good coach, and they've had that spirit all year, and they picked up wins where you wouldn't have thought they did. We had a real close game Easter Monday, could have gone either way, and they backed up and beat Huddersfield the week after in the Cup. And I think they beat Toulouse at home. No one gave them a chance the other week at Halifax at home when they played Featherstone on Wednesday night. So we won't be looking into that and reading into the external or off the field stuff that they're going through. And they've topped themselves up this week. I think they've got 4 in from Wigan, who are good kids as well. So obviously we'll have a couple of dual reg as well. So it'll be two teams who are going out there and both desperate to win. And like you say, whatever their situation, it'll be 80 minutes, and they'll have a dig for John and they'll have a dig for each other. So we're anticipating a tough game, and but like I say, it should be a good spectacle because it is two teams who like to play some enterprising and entertaining rugby league.